DK can't stop me.
Welcome to another video. Today we are going to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh card prices. Then I'm going to have a sink or swim marathon. A lot of people have been sending in amazing fan replays, so we're going to get through as many as we can, so make sure to stick around for that. So why are we talking about card prices in TCG? This is a Masterduel channel. Well, sometimes I like to play this game in paper. You know, I'm sure all of us at one point have played the game in paper, and it is famous for being ridiculously expensive. Let's just look at a card that's in basically every synchro deck, okay? All right, where is it? Where is it? Baron de Fleur, okay? Baron de Fleur. This card is a staple, all right? Its play rate in Masterduel is ridiculous. It's in almost every deck. But how expensive is this card? Well, until recently, this card was as expensive as $300. This is in April of this year. This is not like ages and ages ago. This is very recently. This card was almost $300, and it you know, goes up and down, hovered around 60, but $300 card. Impossible for, you know, a casual dueler to be playing with this. You're just gonna have to play something else. But with the new set, Rarity Collection, printing all of these amazing cards that's super, you know, easy to access. Every pack has amazing cards. The price has plummeted, and now Baron can be purchased for $3 plus shipping. All right, this is a ridiculous. This is a 10,000% cheaper card. All right, this is a ridiculously cheaper card. But was this the best deal from the Rarity Collection? Well, we got two more. All right, we got two more to look at. All right, we're gonna look at next. All right, Pot of Prosperity. Another card a lot of decks like to play. I know it's hit in Masterduel, but I don't believe it is hit as hard in TCG, so you can be playing multiple copies of this, I believe. Let me know if I'm wrong. But how expensive is this card? This card, a bit all over the place, but buying a playset, you're looking at paying almost $200 to buy a playset of this card. $60 each for a copy. And, you know, again, hovering up and down. But this card is in the new set. How expensive is this card now? $9, all right, plus shipping. Still a massive reduction, all right? We're looking at a 666% reduction in price. Ridiculous, all right? But we got one more card before we go to the sink or swim, all right? The card with probably the biggest drop in percent price, and it's not the card you're going to expect. Egyptian God Slime. I don't know why, all right, all those Ice Jade Chads who wanted to play this card. All right, we're all fighting for the copy of the single printing from, like, you know, 1998. This card at one point last year was $101. $101 for Egyptian God Slime. All right, only Chads could play this card. How cheap is the God Slime now? 90 cents plus shipping. This is 112 times cheaper. That's 10,200% reduction in price. All right, that is amazing. So, what are we going to do with this information? We're going to keep playing Masterduel, and we're going to watch some spicy replays. Let's get going. All right, on to the first replay. If you want to send in a replay, I'll have the instructions in the video later on, and we are watching what is probably the most Chad replay anyone has ever sent me. Legendary Fisherman. Is this a pure Fisherman deck list with the one of Foolish Barrel Goods in the opening hand? I love it. Pot of Extravagance. Also in the new set, by the way, if you want to get cheap copies, get Ash Blossomed. You don't have to spend a fortune to get Ash Blossomed anymore. All right, Pot of Extravagance in the new set. Also very cheap. Foolish Barrel Goods, sending Ice Bear to the graveyard. But how do we Fisherman Time? Oh, we got Fisherman Time right here. Legendary Ocean. But we're not going for it. We're getting the Umi. We're going Umi Lock first. Oh, we aren't going Umi Lock first. We're getting the Legendary Fisherman out here. Okay, Legendary Fisherman out here. Not brave enough for the Umi Lock. That is A-okay. Opponent playing Cash Tiras. What does Legendary Fisherman do versus Cash Tiras? Well, he's unaffected by other monster effects. Oh, but we're with the sneaky. We're sneaking. We're using the Doom Kraken. Doom Kraken, target a water monster you control and one monster your opponent controls. Special summon this card. Return that monster to the hand. So we're bouncing the Scareclaw Kashtira. But it did nothing. Why did it do nothing? I don't know. You let me know in the comments. Why did it not bounce? Is it because it didn't bounce Legendary Fisherman to hand because he's unaffected by monster effects? So he's unaffected by monster effects, so that protected the opponent's Kashtira. That's possibly what happened. Opponent made a number 76 Harmonizer Gradiel, which can quick effect detach a material, target a monster in the graveyard, and attach it as material. Very interesting XZ choice here. Are we just going into Zeus? Stealth Kraken negating the attack. Alright. Stealth Kraken giveth and taketh away. Took away the attack. Now, surely we're going to summon the Fisherman 3 in this duel. If he's in the deck, I guarantee you there's a billion% chance of winning this game. But if he's not in the deck, then we're in trouble. Umi Lock is live. Doom Kraken, protect and popping now. Did we target the right monster? Did we target the right monster? Let's check the log. Alright. Does it say? The log doesn't even say. Who knows? Who knows what was targeted? Doom Kraken, target Fisherman 2. So why didn't it pop before? It didn't pop the last time. You're going to have to explain this to me in the comments because I don't know what's going on. Cash, Tira Fenrir getting summoned back, but they are waterlocked. What are they going to do? And what are we going to do? Are we going to summon Legendary Fisherman 3? General Raiho going to start negating effects of monsters activated on the field. We got an Ice Barrier, which means we can negate their attacks, and we can search for the last piece of the Fisherman puzzle, the Legendary Fisherman 3. We got our second Umi, Sea Stealth 2. We got Sea Stealth. We got Ice Barrier. Opponent's water locked. Their monster effect locked. Discarding a card to activate the Unicorn to search for the Theosis, which they can activate to summon as long as they summon a water monster. Summoning that Ogre. Are they going to activate? They are going to activate, discard a card, search for the trap, getting that Perspirations, and go into battle. Ice, walking right into that Ice Barrier, and this is it. If we have Fisherman, it's GG. If there's no Fisherman, who knows what could happen next. Negating the attack, or negating the effect of the Castor Unicorn, setting its attack to 0, it gets popped by the Sea Stealth. Send that Legendary Fisherman 3 to the graveyard, and it's Fisherman in time. I'm loving this. Let's get Fishermaning. Banish opponent's Lash Cast Tira. Banish the field. Are we going to unbanish the graveyard? Oh, opponent. Special summoning a Cash Tira that's banished right now. Is that really what you want to do? Right in response to the Fisherman getting banished? Are we going to unbanish their graveyard to get double attack boost? No. We're too Chad for that. We're just going to get in for lethal damage. Love to see it. Umi with the Legendary Fisherman as Yu-Gi-Oh! Was meant to be played. Beating top tier Cash Tiras, making him look like a fool. Love to see this. Tabbing T23. Obviously, this is a swim. You win. Let's go on to the next duel. Alright, on to the next game. If you want to send me a replay, check out the video description. My email is there. All you got to do, send me your user ID code. Make your replay public. I will go to your account in Masterduel and watch it live. Just like we're watching now. An opponent is playing Pearlies. We max seed and we're playing Goaties. And we're negating. We're Ash Blossom negating the Pearl Lily. And when you negate the Pearl Lily, they always have the My Friend in hand. Do they have it? No, they don't, but they have the Stray Pearly Streets, so we actually stopped the Pearlies, but we have no starters. Except we do. We have Paces, and we got Crossout Designate, which is a starter in Goaties. Opponent hitting us with the Max C. That is A-OK. Never Max C the Goaties on their turn. You always Max C the Goaties on your turn, because they want to do all their summoning on your turn. We are extending with Crossout Designate. Schiff is banished, so both our Goaties are live. Alright. If you like this sort of video, if you like water decks, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We'll have more quality content in the future. Now, Bob, you got both your fish. You got Snopios. Happy Memory summoning another Pearl Lily. Lily going to activate. We're Ash Blossoming again. The second Max C really does it to them. All right. We're going to have enough hand traps for days. And we even have the DD Crow to hit what the Pearl Lily targets in the graveyard. That is beautiful. Pearly, regular old Pearly activating. We are goadying right now, but we can't target them. All right, so they cannot be targeted, but we can target the street. And we can go straight into the Beyond. Beyond going to banish all the Pearlies and the field spell. This is the most beautiful Beyond I have ever seen in my life. Pearlies, it would only have been better if they whiffed. They got the My Friend. Snopios banishing a fish to come back to the hand. Deep Beyond wiping the entire field. Opponent, you got one card left. And with only one card left, Pearlies have no plays. They're going to randomly add, well, not randomly. They get to choose all three Pearly monsters. You add one. It's the Pearl Lily, and this is, oh, the sadness they're going to feel right now. They're like, oh, I still got a shot. I still got a shot. I can target my happy memory, and I can get in an attack. Search for another spell. Oh, the DD Crow is going to get him so hard here. This has got to be the concession. They got to be done now. DD Crow eats the spell. They don't get to activate. Wait, what? They do? Oh, no, they're making Link Karibo. Okay, good, good. I was worried for a second. I was like, this pearly nonsense. I couldn't believe. All right. Snopios gets summoning. An opponent. You're done for now. It's over. It's Jover. Deep Beyond, come back from the deep. You're even thicker than before now. How thick is Deep Beyond? Deep Beyond is 3,000 thick. And we got both our fish coming back. And we're gonna synchro summon. Oh, we got the Excel Stardust. Beautiful. Excel, get back the shift. Go into a Baron. Now you can buy one for $3. Love to see it. You can play this deck in paper, actually. Goaties, I should check. We'll check at the end of the video how cheap is Goaties. If we want to play Goaties in paper, how cheap is this deck now that Baron is only $3? Lear, beautiful fish replay against top tier Pearlies. Love to see it. You get a swim. Let's go on to the next game. All right, on to the next spicy replay sent to us by, oh, it looks like another Goatie deck too. Popperson playing Goaties. Let's see. Is this an amazing duel? Zep on the field. Abyss Shark searching for the lifeless Sleefish. And we are, I was going to ask, are we playing a level 7 synchro to go into? Whoa, we're not. We're going to a Best Keeper. All right, so something to note, all right, about the Goaties. Especially if you're going to play the Abyss Shark, is there is a level 7 fish you can go into on your opponent's turn, and we are playing it. The White Aura Monoceros. And Monoceros can summon the Tuner from the graveyard, and then you can go into a level 9 and get the Croco Dragon, and Croco Dragon is going to draw you a card, and he has the quick effect to pop a card on field by discarding 2 cards, which you can actually activate multiple times. So if you're playing pure Goaties and you're playing the Abyss Shark, make sure you got that line open to you. Abyss Keeper going to let us special summon the Lifeless Sleefish from hand, so this is actually a pretty solid start getting our shift out. This is normal summon Lifeless Sleefish with extra steps. I guess we got Abyss Keeper. We also got Ice Bear and a Call By. Fish comes back. So we got our 1 banish. Opponent is playing Hidden Village Ninjas. Alright. Ninjas. What do? They flip themselves face up, face down. A whole lot of nonsense. We're activating Shift right now. In response to the ninja effect, what is the ninja even doing? Normal summoning. It's going to special summon a ninja from the hand. Alright. So we're going to get in front of that. Arion Post get on the field. Kagero, what is this doing? It's special summoning a ninja from the hand as well. Is this the same ninja? No, they're different. They do the same thing. Alright, Arion Post banished from the deck. The Zep, I assume. Not the Zep, the Snopios. So does that mean we're not going to do another synchro play? It means we have the Zep in the graveyard already. You send the Snopios if your Zep is in your graveyard. That way, it banishes. There you go. You get back your Snopios, you banish the Zep. Zep comes back to the field, immediately synchro summons into an 8. But what are we banishing here? Do you banish the field spell? Do you banish one of the monsters? Do you banish the back row? We also get to add a card to our hand. We also get to banish our Abyss Keeper to keep a big thick body on the field. And if opponent attacks, we got the Ice Barrier too. So what did we banish here? We banished the face down monster, which was a Ninja Grandmaster Hanzo. So yeah, if it's flip summoned, you add a ninja from your hand to your hand. So you know, that was actually probably the right play. Opponent going into a Grandmaster Saizo. And oh, Call by the Grave, taking out that yellow ninja before it gets resummoned to the field, I assume. Target a ninjutsu or add it to your hand. Okay, it was going to go back to the hand, but now it is going nowhere. Goaties just teaching ninjas a lesson. They're setting a ninjutsu art card. Oh, Notebook. Notebook gonna do some work. And the tool. The equipped monster gains 500 attack. It's treated as a ninja. Does this mean they can steal the Goatie? I don't know how ninjas work, but if they can steal the Goatie, we're in big trouble. They're popping. They're banishing to pop. What was that effect? It was the ninjutsu art tool. Banish a ninja from your graveyard, target a card on the field, destroy it. So they could have popped any card, alright, but they chose to pop the Azcan. Azcan, if we can banish it, which we can do with a Snopios, it'll come back to the field. So we're not even vulnerable, alright? Opponent not going to get lethal damage on us right now. We got lots of ways to get bodies on field. Are we going to do it right now? No, we're banishing our fish, getting the Snopios out. Snopios targeting itself. Opponent not even bothering to attack, not going to trigger the Ice Barrier. And now we got a bit of a duel. Alright, opponent's back row does ninja things. We got Snopios, but we don't have anything else coming back. Well, we have our fish coming back. But looks like opponent is hitting us with the Ninjutsu Art Mirage. Tributing a ninja, targeting a monster in the graveyard, and special summoning it to their field. We don't do we have a quick effect that can get this banished? I don't think we do because we got Snopios in the hand. With Snopios in the hand, we got nothing. So they're stealing. Azcan has been stolen. The crimes have been committed against the fish. Hidden Village triggering, adding the Ninjutsu Art tool back to the hand. Our fish are coming back. Fish are coming back. What are we going to synchro summon? We're going into the Dragite. Dragite negate the back row. That is probably the best play for this exact situation. Snopios, because he targeted himself with his effect, got banished when that synchro summon happened, and now he's going to get added back to the hand by his own effect. Summoning that level 4 and going into another Arianpos. Alright, love to see it. Shift boosting the attack points. Ninja Village does something. What does it do? If your monster would be destroyed, you can banish a ninja from your graveyard instead. So Azcan is protected. They still have stolen the Azcan. Opponent, Ninjutsu Art Notebook, activating. That is negated. Dragite. Adamantipator Ridden Dragite says no. Ninjutsu Notebook will not be happening today. Are our fish coming back? We got 2 fish coming back. Are we going to go into the Deep Beyond? Deep Beyond would be an amazing play. Opponent, Grandmaster setting the Ninjutsu Art. Activating the Ninjutsu tool. Targeting the Azcan, which means they'll be able to use it to pop a card on the field. Adamantipator Wizard Draga is negating. So no pop. Ninjutsu tool is gone. I want to see the Deep Beyond though. That's the play that you all want to see. Maizen getting fusion summoned using our own monster that was stolen from us improperly. And we're activating the paces. And this is activating. What does it do? What does it do? What does it activate? Quick effect, special summon a ninja from your deck. I don't think that's going to save him. Ash Blossom stopping the summon. We're not even going to find out what it does. His effect is negated. And are we doing it? Are we going to do the full field wipe? No. We're playing it. Oh, we are. We are. We're doing the Goaty Deep Beyond. We're wiping the whole field. The whole field is getting nuked. Boom. Love it. Love it. Opponent setting 1 back row. Alright. They might still have a chance. Except we got plays. We banished Zep. Is Zep going to come back? Summon the Azcan. It is. Azcan coming back to the field. We could do a second Deep Beyond here. And I don't think Deep Beyond is once per turn. So we could do the second Deep Beyond. Are we going to do the second Deep Beyond? Yes. Yes. It's beautiful. The double Deep Beyond. Double board wipe. Every card is banished. Snopios come back to the hand. Both our Deep Beyonds are coming back in the next turn. Ninjas has been devastated. We even got our tuners coming back. Both tuners return to the field in very thematic positions here on the edges. Deep Beyond comes in here. Are we going to put the last Deep Beyond on the right for the nice symmetry? Yes, it's beautiful. It's perfect. 8,000 damage, double Deep Beyond, double field wipe. Opponent is done. All right. You know, I never get tired of seeing the Deep Beyond wipe. You get yourself a swim. Thank you for sending in this replay. Popperson, get popping. Let's go on to the next game. All right, on to the next duel. All right, now, look, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, but this field is dirty. All right, clean it up. Go in the store, get yourself a nice field, and we're playing what looks like Go second Goaties with Inferno Tempest. When you take 3,000 or more battle damage, activate this card, remove all monsters in each player's deck and graveyard from play. This triggers all the Goaties. Is this the secret Goaty tech that we needed to know? I didn't know this was going to be a Goaty day today, but I am very excited. If this card resolves, you automatically will get a swim. If this card does not resolve, and this dirty field could be a sink. All right, Sheeran. Okay, so we're even playing against a real deck. This is Tearlaments, and Tearlaments, obviously, you know, they've been hit a lot, but they're still real. All right, they're not a joke deck. They can do a lot of wombo comboing. Kick Hallows gets summoned. Never seen Go second Goaties either. Goaties is like, it's a Go first deck. So all these kaiju is really interesting for me to see. Opponent, Kick Hallows, summoning the Murley, just going for the mass mills. But hold on a second. This Murley is banned. Murley's banned. That means this replay was before the Murley ban. This is like maximum power Tearlaments. So this is no joke. We are in serious threat mode. Alright, opponent is an Avengers level threat, and we gotta see if Penguin has what it takes to activate Inferno Tempest. I don't even care if this wins you the game, although it probably will win you the game if it resolves. I want to see it, but wait, hold on a second. Alright, let me think about this. It only removes monsters, alright, not spell traps, so you don't immediately deck out. Okay, I was worried for a second. Tier Element's doing Tier Element things. Milling our graveyard with the now banned. Look at this card. This is banned, alright? Miller, banned to 0. Opponent, Satin Soliek. Full power Tier Elements was a nightmare, alright? I am very glad that Konami decided this deck needed to be hit. They hit it in you know, a way that was extremely savage, but, you know, Tier Elements needed the hit. They were oppressive. And they could do all this nonsense on your turn when you were going first. It's supposed to be your turn, and Tier Elements are doing all their wombo summons. Milling everyone's graveyard. Summoning Sprite Elf now. Tier Elements can't play Sprite Elf anymore because they don't have the level 2. The Merly is banned. Merly banned. So, Sprite Elf, not playable. Alright. Opponent sending the Yugioh to the graveyard. Milling another 5 cards from both players' decks. We got a bunch of goatees in the graveyard. Look at all this spice. We got Spirit Master, Giant Rex. All these cards that get triggered when they're banished. So we really are playing around that Inferno Tempest. If only this was a normal trap, you could search it with Trap Trick. Opponent making that negate. They got, oh my god, this is disgusting. Look at this. They got 5 set back row. They got Sprite Elf protecting both these monsters from targeting effects. Tier Element Rokolos will come back to the field if it gets destroyed. It will negate an effect that summons. Baron gonna negate and pop anything. Popping their own crime to get back their banished Rhinoheart. This is the crime, alright? Ending the turn. They're like, I'm so confident, I'm giving up my counter trap to negate, you know, something that I, you know, you get the card that like negates their entire field. They're like, I'm so confident I don't even need crime. That's Tier Elements, alright? Maxi getting drawn just in time. Gravekeeper's Trap. You used to see this. I don't think anyone plays this now with all these Shizu cards hit to basically 0. Nice Kaiju on the Baron. Sprite Elf panicking, activating to summon that Merly back. They're activating Maxi as well. So Maxi gonna do a lot of drawing right now. And I think this is all fluff, alright? This is all pomp, because we really just want to resolve this Inferno Tempest. Opponent. I guess we do have to live as well. This will not necessarily guarantee us life. Opponent summoning a Shadow Winda, which says each player can only special summon monsters once per turn. So this Kaiju got summoned. That is our last summon. We are no longer allowed to summon because of the El Shadow Winda. Alright, we can normal summon the Leaf Fish, but no more special summoning. Zep on field is not what I expected. Dealing damage to ourselves to trigger the Inferno Tempest. It's not an opponent attacking you. It's any attack dealing 3,000 battle damage. That's why we run all the Kaijus. We trigger it going second, attacking with the Inferno Tempest. We're going to banish every card from both players' decks, but we can't special summon. So what does this mean? We banish our whole deck. All our goatees are going to come back on the next turn. Giant Rex negated. Shiranui Spirit Master, if it's banished, can pop a card. So that's pretty sweet. Let's just see this ridiculous stack. We're also banning all the cards from the graveyard, right? That banished all the cards from the graveyard as well. That is some nonsense. Popping the Sprite Elf. Popping our own Zep so we don't die to battle damage. And now, standby phase. Both our goatees are coming back. Or just one of them, I guess. Or, oh no, opponent's activating Solek in response. Maxi again. We're still in danger. We haven't necessarily won. Alright, opponent has 2 cards left in the deck. We got 8 cards. But all the monsters are banished, so whatever they had in hand, that was the last card they could have. Opponent going into a Dracosepelia, giving us a Pot of Acquisitiveness, and it was very risky to activate Maxi when you only have 8 cards left in the deck. Acquisitiveness, target banished cards, shuffle them into the deck. Draw a card, love it. Alright, really banking on that banishing effect being effective. Do these have to be face up? They do have to be face up because it says only monsters, so you can't just target your face down Kashtira banished cards. So that's something to think about. Opponent getting in, but it is not lethal. We live. And opponent, you have no monsters left in the deck. So this is it. This is all you got. Evenly matched. They named Ash Blossom. If they name Bright, I think the card gets discarded. Yeah, Exchange of Spirit, you only activate during the main phase, discard a card. during the draw phase. Declare a card name, look at the card. If it was a declared card, send it to the graveyard. Ash Blossom was wrong. It's evenly matched. Let's even the match. Give him a Kaiju. Make things even. Opponent choosing to keep one set back row instead of any monster that they could use to attack for lethal. That is a choice. Lifeless Leaf Fish on the field. Nothing to send to the graveyard because all the monsters are banished. Pot going to shuffle the cards back in, so maybe you should have done it the opposite order. I don't know. You tell me. Drawing into the Snopios. And opponent. You got 2 cards left in your deck. One of them is the level 2 that Fusion summoned itself. Primeval Planet, pretty good card. Rhino Heart Searching. We're going to get Synchro Summoning with that Shift. Synchro into the Arion Post. Arion Post, activate, banish. Murley sent to the graveyard. Going to Fusion Summon. Opponent negating with the Imperm. Arion Post, not going to do anything. We can summon the Snopios in response, but what does that do? What does that accomplish? Summon Snopios. There's no way we have lethal damage here. Opponent's going to Tearlament Fusion with their illegal Tearlaments into a Mood Dragon. Okay, I guess their other Tearlaments are gone now. They don't have this. They usually used to play only one. So Rokalos is gone. Where's Kikkalos? Kikkalos is in the deck. Why didn't they make a Kikkalos here? Why did they go into Mood Dragon? Does that even make sense? You tell me if you played Tearlaments back before they got banned. All right. Opponent trying to pop the Arion Post. Zep coming back. Snopios targeting the field spell, so it gets banished if it leaves the field. Snopios. Arion Post popped. Zep gonna Synchro Summon the White Aura Whale. All their monsters are in attack mode. Don't miss the timing, White Aura Whale. You sometimes miss the timing. Timing was not missed. Monsters popped. Opponent has no cards left. They got no monsters left in the deck now. White Aura Whale gonna hit him until they run out of cards in the deck. And opponent knows it's over. They are done. This would have been the thickest Deep Beyond in the history of Deep Beyonds. All right, that was like 100 cards banished. Love to see it. Very beautiful game, Penguin. Thank you for sending the replay. You get a swim. Let's go on to the next game. All right, our next replay was sent to us by Seth, also known as Saffron Olive, and we are playing The Ball. Opponent playing Pearly's going first, and it looks like we're playing Drytron. Drytron with a Cyber Emergency. Definitely Drytron. This deck was just a menace. When Masterduel first came out, it would go first. It would set up like literally 30 negates, and new players would try and play the game, and they would be like, I activate my Dark Magician spell. It would get negated. They would be like, I activate my Dark Hole. Gets negated. They activate every card in their hand, all 5 cards, all negated, and then they're like, you know what, I don't want to play Yu-Gi-Oh anymore. So all the new players that were killed by this deck, it's a tragedy. All right, we're looking at probably a war criminal here, Seth, with your War Crimes deck, but it is no longer good. I'm not even sure what made it not good anymore, because setting up a billion negates is pretty strong. Opponent playing top tier Pearly. Are they going to set up the Big Chungus, the Noir? Because if you have 2 Pearly spells in hand, any 2 quick play spells, you can set up the Noir. You can get your Plump with 5 materials. You just got to know how to play. Opponent getting that Sleepy Memory. Are they going to exceed these 2 Pearlies into a level 1 XZ? They got a lot of bodies here. You know, if they waste their stuff by leaving an additional Pearly on field, they could be in big trouble. IP Masquerena and ending the turn. I don't usually see Pearlies make IP Masquerena, and this is going to be a big regret, because they played right into this Winged Dragon Sphere mode, the Ball mode. Also, they failed to get their Plump big enough to be a Noir, but I'm guessing this face down trap is probably the Pearly Leap, and they're getting greedy with the Sleepy Memory. They're going to try and draw 4 cards. Yeah, it looks like, here we go. They got 2 Sleepy Memories, so in the draw phase, you draw 2 with the Plump, then you leap into the Noir, and then you draw 2 additional cards. So that's a draw 4. That is double pot of greed. That is very greedy on the Pearly player. Sleepy Memory activating. What does this do? No more battle damage, so they're safe. They can't die. The next battle damage they take is 0. They're eating it with the Plump. And then they did this in the standby phase, or they did this in the draw phase, which means they're going to actually draw 6 cards. Oh, just kidding. They don't have the leap. There's no leap, so no Noir. This is a big risk, opponent. Yeah, you got your Plump, but you got no Noir. So they're just going to draw 6 cards. I guess that's fine. You know, draw 3, sorry, draw 3. Draw 3 is okay. That's not the greatest. You know, we've drawn 3 before. Doesn't necessarily win you the game. You probably should have made a Noir here. Ball mode. Eating up all the monsters. That is very satisfying to see. Now, I don't want to discourage you from sending non-water decks, so we're going to give this Drytron player, you know, even though he committed war crimes in the past, we're going to give him a shot to prove that Drytron is a fun deck that you can use to have a fun time and not just negate 1,000 things. All right, Pearly summoning itself. And Pearlies is a very annoying deck to play and play against because of how easily they float. Drytron, field spell, searching for the Nova. Nova going to special summon a Drytron from the deck, getting that alpha. And opponent is drawing cards. They are maxing us. So what do we do with Drytrons when opponent is drawing cards? Can we deck them out? Drytron discarding the Natasha, or Ben 10, sorry, getting ashed. No negates yet. What did Drytrons do? Well, Drytron summon a bunch of monsters, then Ritual summon. Searching for the Herald, we still have our normal summon, I believe. No, we don't. We used our normal summon. Activating, tributing, getting that Drytron on field. We got the Meteorus. We're going into the Mu Beta Fenrir, which can use its materials, its XZ materials, as ritual fodder. So, you know, maybe we should think about playing this in some sort of deck with Gishkis and Drytrons. Is that ridiculous? All that ritual support. Sending to the graveyard. Activating that ritual spell to ritual summon the Ben 10. Ben 10 on field, making opponent draw more cards. Tributing the Ben 10 to summon the Gamma and the Altius. Getting that hand negate, the orange. Alright, used to see this all the time. This would make players cry, alright? They're going first. They're like, there's nothing you can do. You know, my monsters are perfect and beautiful, and you'd activate the Herald in the hand, and they would be sad. This card used to be at 3. Alright. Adding that ritual spell back. Ritual summoning the Cyber Angel Natasha. That was why I said Natasha earlier. I knew one of them was named Natasha. Summoning that Nightmare Phoenix. Are we just going to deck them out? They got 14 cards left. Pop in the field spell. Now their Pearlies can be targeted. Targeting the Pearly to steal it. Stealing the Pearlies. Making a Princess Sprite. Opponent has 12 cards left. Can we summon 12 more times? Sending the top card of the deck to the graveyard. Going into Utopic Future. You better hope that opponent does not have a Nibiru. Oh, and now it's too late. Now we got the negate for Nibiru. I guess we had the negate for Nibiru with the Herald anyway. Stealing the entire field to make an Underworld Mommy. Opponent 10 cards left. But it looks like we're done. This is not lethal. So what do? Opponent has literally infinity cards in the hand. We have one negate. We got stop a monster from being summoned from the graveyard, and we got another negate. But I don't know if Pearlies should be able to get through this. Going into Downerd into the Zeus. Giving up your monster negate to make a Zeus here. Oh, that's 2 more summons. Opponent got 7 cards left in the deck. Wipe in the field. Now, one thing to note, alright, if opponent has all their Pearly monsters in the hand, they actually will not be able to activate the quick play spell effects to summon the Pearlies from the deck, because they're not in the deck, they're in the hand. So is one Zeus with a single Zeus activation and the Herald activation in the hand, is this enough against Pearlies? Also, Pearlies at risk of timing out, because this deck, very difficult to play. Turtle Kaiju getting rid of the Zeus. Opponent activating Sleepy Memory. They still had a Pearlily in the deck. Are we in massive trouble? You know, I want to see Pearlies lose, because Pearlies annoying. But I would say, from this position, I would say the Drytron player is in trouble. Alright, negating the effect of the Pearlily to become an XZ monster. And they still got their normal summon. I believe. So, you know, we're in big trouble. Triple Tactics Thrust. Apparently they didn't have enough cards yet. Getting that Imperm. Looking at our hand, shuffling back our Lava Golem. So we got no cards left. Stray Street. Sat in a bunch of back row. Now the Pearl Leap, they don't have an XZ monster, so they can't make the Leap. Leap would let them shuffle their Pearly monsters from the graveyard back into the deck. Where even are they? They're also going to have to discard all these cards, which actually might make their clock run out. Let's see. Opponent discard. He successfully discarded all his cards. We got a lot of life points, though. Drytron Zeta, is this enough? I don't know how Drytrons work. We're activating Drytrons. Opponent, what are you doing? Why would you activate Max C in this situation? This is just nonsense. Opponent throwing. Complete throwing. Oh, they're like so confident. They're like, I'm just going to activate Purleap, shuffle my Purleys back into the deck. I got 7 cards left. You'll never summon 7 times. No one in Yu-Gi-Oh! Has ever summoned 7 times in one turn. It's impossible. All right, Drytron Gamma. Summoning as a Zeta. Tributing to summon the Alpha, adding the Cyber Benten to hand. Opponent 4 cards left. Tributing that card from the hand to summon the Zeta. Searching for that Meteorist Drytron. Opponent 3 cards left. Cyber Agent Benten, searching for the Diviner. Activating that Meteorist Drytron, reducing the level, adding back to the hand. Summoning the Diviner. Diviner going to get negated. Oh no. What are we going to do? How will we summon 3 more times with only 5 monsters on the field? No one in Yu-Gi-Oh! Has ever summoned 7 times in a turn. Making that Drew a Drytron move Beta Fenrir. 2 cards left. Activate, negate. Running out of monsters in the extra deck though. 5 monsters left in the extra deck. Drytron negated. We got 2 ritual spells in the hand. Activate the ritual spell. Summon the Ben 10. Ben 10 is summoned. Summoning the Drytron Alteus. Opponent Ash Blossoming. Ash Blossoming to protect themselves. Can we summon? Do we have a level 10 synchro in the extra? I'm not even going to look. Do we have a level 10 synchro? Ben 10 activating, adding the Herald of Ultimateness. This is what would make players quit. All right, this a beautiful whatever this is would negate everyone's effects. Quick effect, send a fairy from your hand to the graveyard, negate. It would just drive people insane. It negates everything. A card, spell, trap card, monster effect. Herald of Ultimateness says no. New player cry. All right. Banishing cards from the graveyard. Targeting that Purleap. Summoning another card. And opponent has decked out. They are done. They are dead. Did they surrender or did they draw their final card? It looks like opponent surrendered. They knew it was over. Wow. Purleys defeated by their own Max C. All right, well, you won the Max C challenge in the most stylish way possible. Even though you're playing, new player killing Drytron, I'm going to give this to you. You get a swim. Let's go on to one more sink or swim. All right, one final sink or swim for today. If you send me a sink or swim, it didn't get featured. I went through as many as I could today. I got more. We'll be back another time with more sink or swims. Looks like we got YCS qualifying event Goaties with more Go Second cards. And opponent still playing Tier Limits. All right, this is new Tier Limits though. Surely this is not Tier Limits pre-ban list. It is again. We got Merly. People sending me replays from so long ago that Merly's still unhit. Summoning that Kick Kalos. We got Deep Beyond. We got Kurikara, which people are playing a lot now, but you didn't used to see this as much. So a very modern looking Goaty deck list with the super ancient Deep Sea King, and we're living the dream because we got Paces, Prismatic Paces, into the Deep Sea King and the Distant Deep Beyond. Opponent, Tier Limit Sulliek, negating the effect of the Paces. So Paces does nothing now. Now what do we do? Well, we can banish a card from a fish from our hand to add a fish to our hand, which means we can search for the level 4 Goaty and make it summon itself. Opponent doing all the Tier Limit things they used to do before the Havness got banned, or not the Merly, before the Merly got banned. Where's Merly? Probably shuffled itself back in the deck. Making the Drex Pele, they want to negate. Drawing ourselves another Paces. Opponent getting their crime. Tier Limits was a crime. Milling. Oh, but did you accidentally mill something we want milled? They did. They milled the Schiff. They also milled the Lifeless Leaf Fish, which lets us draw a card. Look at all this spice in the graveyard. Ice Jade Agerine. Why are you playing Ice Jades in a Goaty deck? You're going to have to explain this to me later. Alright, opponent probably going to Fusion Summon 1,000 times. Oh, maybe not. There we go. Ixeep added to the hand. Summon that Arion Post. Opponent going to negate. Negate. Arion Post negated. And the worst part about this negate is that it also makes it level 1, which totally messes up our Synchro Summons. We'll have to use this Raigeki. Raigeki pop the Drex Pele and make ourselves level 6 again. No, we're Kurikara-ing. Oh, but we're still level 1. Alright. Activate the Leaf Fish, draw card. Shuffle those back in the deck, draw card. Opponent Keldoing to shuffle them back in response. I don't think that does anything. I think we're just going to shuffle them back anyway. I think we still draw the card. Yeah, no we don't. Okay, they don't get shuffled, no card. Alright, battle phase. 2100, 3000 damage. Opponent, your move. Kurikara stealing. Opponent with their second shuffler. All these cards are banned now, right? Oh, this one's at 1. Where's the other shuffler? Is the other shuffler at 1 too? I believe both shufflers are at 1 now. Keldo also at 1. Yes. Tier limits no longer as powerful. All right, Max C. I mean, this is going to stop us from summoning. We're also activating Max C. But we don't have any level, 4 monsters to synchro with. So this, the shift not doing anything. Opponent. Going to start tier limiting. Summoning the Merly. Going to mill a bunch of cards. Activate 1,000 tier limit effects. Let's speed things up. We're gonna extra speed this. Making the Kick Kalos. Drawing us cards. Alright. Activating Kick Kalos to search. Activating Kick Kalos effect. Summon a tier limit from hand. Sending itself to the graveyard. Milling 5 cards. Sending a card to the graveyard with Rhino Heart. Gonna activate the Havness. Gonna activate the Merly. Gonna activate the Rhino Heart. Fusion summon to the field. Rokalos. Rhino Heart on field. Third fusion summon. Into the Kaleido Heart. Kaleido Heart gonna spin. Spinning back the Div Incarnate. Going to battle. Is this lethal damage? It is not lethal damage. We live. We have another turn of life. We got Dark Hole Raigeki. We got Fish. We got Ice Jade Creation. We got Kurakara. Let's wipe the field. Opponent Crime. Crime negating. Raigeki wipe the field. All the tier limits will come back. Watch all of them return. Literally all of them activating. Summoning Kick Kalos. Summoning the Rokalos. Summoning the Kaleido Heart. Kick Kalos adding. This is why this deck was nonsense. Alright, banish from the graveyard to add the Ixip to the hand. Summon itself. Opponent negating the effect to summon itself. Sending more cards to the graveyard. Going to fusion summon again. Fusion summoning a Dracos Palace. They have a monster negate. Set a monster's level to 0. Banish 3 cards. Draw. Opponent has another shuffler somehow. There's illegal shuffler. Look at this. Illegal shuffler. You're only allowed 1. Summon the Paces. Activate Paces. Opponent triggering the effect of the Havness. Milling randomly. We got Deep Sea, Super Ancient Deep Sea King on field, who is going to get negated by the Dracosapelia and shuffled back into the deck. Summoning that Kurakara Div Incarnate. Getting in for big hits, but it's not negated because the monster that negates it is gone. So we're going to summon a monster from the graveyard. Stealing the negate with the Dracosapelia. Opponent. Now, are the Goatees doing work here? I haven't seen Goatees do a lot of work. This has mostly been other non-Goatee cards doing work. Havness. Getting negated. Merly. Sending. Or things are getting shuffled back in. Or Refusion summoning? I don't know what's happening. Oh, they used the shuffler. Oh, look at that. Another illegal card. Cyberstein is banned. Getting that Kaleido Heart going to spin. Pace is getting negated, so you can't summon the Deep Beyond. Summoning Kick Kalos again. Kick Kalos adding to hand the Rhino Heart. Activating. Sending itself to the graveyard to mill 5 cards. Rhino Heart sending a card to the graveyard. Fusion summoning. That Rokalos. This deck was so annoying. Ending the turn. Alright, no battles. We draw the Ice Jade Manifestation. If you control a water monster and your opponent has a monster on their field or in their graveyard, take an Ice Jade from your deck and add it to the hand or special summon it. Summoning a Supreme Sovereign. The big Chungus is here and now he is gone. Turned into a Geomathmech Final Sigma. This card is unaffected by card effects except Mathmech cards while it's in the extra monster zone. And when it battles in the extra monster zone, any battle damage is doubled. They got 1,000 life points left. Is this a lethal attack with the Geomathmech Final Sigma? Do I need to play this card in my Goatee deck? Opponent giving up the Geomathmech. Too strong. Alright, love to see it. You know what? I've been giving everyone swims. I gotta start being harsher, alright? This was a good game, but it is not a swim. For the reason of you did not use your Goatee cards that much. You used with the Mathmech cards, and you used non-Goatee cards, Kurakara, Div Incarnates. Alright, all your Goatees got negated. So, you got to show off the power of Goatees by having Goatees win the game. And this was Mathmech winning the game. So, you're going to get a sync. Try again next time. If you want to send in a replay, make sure to write your user ID, alright, in the text of the email so I can copy paste it. Send me a message saying what duel you want me to watch. And I will get to it when I do another Sink or Swim. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. And I'll see you next time. Have a good night.